Hi everyone, this is Jody. Welcome back to Northern Country Creations, and I'm working on a new set of journals. Not really a set, but I thrifted these. They are DVD. I don't have a blank one, but this is what I'm altering. But they're for storing your DVDs or CDs in. And so they're really sturdy, thick binders. They're nice size ring, and I thought, wow, why don't I use these? And what I did is I created the first cover. So I covered it all with beautiful fabric. This is a beautiful pink and green cover. And what I did is, for the inspiration, I thrifted this book recently, and it's Biscuit. It's about Biscuit, and I just love the not photos, but the illustrations in here with this little girl and her dog. You know, just a beautiful relationship and just awesome, you know. Look at that. She's like, oh. And so that's what just, you know, like, oh, I'm going to use these. Look at that. She's giving him a bath. And it's just a really cute storybook. There's like 3 stories in this book. And so I thrifted this, and that's what inspired me to use this image. So this image is from that book. And then my second inspiration was these, I really don't know what you're called. It's like a garland is what it is. It's a garland, and it's for Easter. And they're flowers with, it's got some glitter on them. And I thought, why not make that into the frame? So I took my cutter. This is by Fiskars. It's a circle cutter. And you just push down and spin it around, and it cuts out your circle. And you can adjust it to different sizes. So what I did is, since the circle was just a small, like 1.5 inch circle, I made a larger circle, which is, so if you wanted to use the same idea, the circle is like 3 3/4. So I cut it out, and actually what I have left is, you get these little circles left over. Where are they? Right here. So you get the little inner circles left over, which are cute to use too, and I'll use those. So I put the image in the back, and I backed it onto cardstock, and then I put this beautiful, it's an applique of a butterfly, and then a button here with a bow. And so this was my inspiration for the cover. I'm not sure if I'm done yet, or if I'm less is more person. So, so this is probably a lot for me, but I just absolutely love this. It's so cute, and I have not done the inside yet. So that's just the cover that I've got started. And then I started making the pages for the inside. And so for the inside, I made my template, you know, for my holes cut out. And I thought, okay, how can I reuse some of these DVD holders? Because, you know, that's what was inside the album. So what I did is I took my CD, and I thought, okay, why not try to repurpose these? Because it has a little flap here, and you put your DVD or your CD in, and then it stores in there. So I thought, well, I have my circle cutter. So why not just use my circle cutter to cut that exact size? And all I did was measure it here and set my guide. And so I can cut out exactly the same size as the CD. So what I did was, where's my book cover? So I had this little golden book. It's a first little golden book. So it's the little size. And it's just going to be, you know, a summer journal, or storybook, you know, type. It's not going to be all about dogs or anything, but this is a little girl. And so then I found the alphabet, and this, actually, the pictures in here are actually just perfect for cutting out the circle. So I cut out this little mouse, And so I sewed around it and I backed it onto cardstock. And then I put a, oh, and I just realized something. I'm not going to be able to put that on there. I just realized that. Duh. So I'm going to have to make another one, because when you, well, I guess you can. If you just use the slot down here and put it in this one, you don't use the flap. But the flap, it's, I made that too big to use the flap. So I'm going to have to remember that next time. I'm not going to be able to put a tab on the top. So anyways, so I thought, okay, this is going to be so darn cute to have a bunch of these made. So, you know, I love this cutter. It'll be really quick for me to make. So what I did is, let me get back to that. So this is cutoffs from the pages that I was making. So I have to punch my holes in here yet, but I took two pieces of the scrapbook paper or cardstock. And then this is some fabric ribbon that I put on it here to just dress it up and make it look cute. And I think I'm going to put some other decorations on here as well, but I'm just not finished yet. This is just where I'm at. And then this one is the same thing. I put the cardstock here, and then this is a piece of vintage sheet. And what I didn't realize is that the checkered yellow has a yellow flower on the back, and this one matches this one. That worked out well. Okay, so I thought this was adorable to go into the journal. And then I started making my pages. And so what I did is I took a few of these pockets and I ripped off, or not ripped off, tore off, cut off this flap. And I thought, why not repurpose it and make it into a pocket? So now I have clear pockets. And so I just went to my sewing machine. I sewed around it. I don't know if you can see this very well. It's probably too much white on white. So you can see here, do I have a, here, we'll just take a paint chip. So then you have a pocket here with this clear flap. And what I did is I just sewed around it, add some, you know, random lace and ribbons. And this is, you know, vintage sheet. I'm not done yet. I just sewed all these and I haven't done anything. And then I took like some little punch out tabs. So I was doing a few of those. Here's some paper ribbon and another punch out. Of course, it's blank on the back. Here's another one, just some more ribbon, punch out. So I made a bunch of these pockets. So I made 6 total. There'll be 3 in each journal. Here's some, I'm not sure, this is actually stretchy, but I sewed that on. Here's some more, just piece of fabric and a punch out. And then this one, I actually used just some cardstock. And then here's some more vintage sheet on this one. And then this one is the punch out and some more fabric. So yeah, there's 3 of them all together. But anyways, so I made one of these for each journal, and I'll fill them up with, because they're 2-sided, so I'll have, you know, 4 of these journal cards made for, and you know what, maybe I will make the tab ones for the very top, and then plain ones, just plain ones without a tab for the bottom one, since that's there. So I think that's what I'll do, yeah, because I do like the tabs sticking out on that. So anyways, that is where I am at on my next set of journals. And I just had the idea and I started going with it. It wasn't even planned. So anyways, hope everyone's doing well, and maybe that inspires you to use some of these or a different way to use them. So, all right. Thank you. Bye-bye.